Hi, welcome to Movement with Molly. Today we have a 30-minute energizing backbending flow, and we'll start in a seat, so it could be kneeling or cross-legged. Just take a moment to allow yourself to arrive in your practice. Feel your pelvis rooting down, coming into a neutral position. And then invite the shoulders to stack over the hips and the back of the neck to lengthen. Let the features of your face and your shoulders relax. And then draw your gaze in and invite your awareness to your breath. Wherever you are in your natural breath, actively exhale. And then through your nose, inhale slowly into the belly, chest, and ribs. And open up the mouth to breathe out. Seal your lips, inhale through your nose. Keep your mouth closed, exhale through your nose. Stay with that oceanic breath as you gently flutter your eyes open. And then come into a tabletop position. So shoulders over the wrists and knees underneath the hips. Spread your fingers here. And as you breathe in, lift your head and tail and drop your belly down for cow. As you breathe out, drop your head and round by drawing your chin, ribs, and belly in. Again, inhale for cow. You might bend the elbows and pull the heart through the arms. And exhale for cat. Press the ground away to open through the back. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And then meeting in a neutral spine. Keep your gaze down in front of your fingers so your neck is long. And extend your right arm forward and your left leg back to balance. From here, bend your left knee, bringing your left heel towards your left hip, and then reach your right arm up and around. And if it's available, grab for your ankle, point your left toes, and kick up for a little back bend or chest opener, just to the degree that you can. Alternatively, you could keep your right arm and your left leg extended. Take one more deep breath in here to open. And as you breathe out, release that grip if you have it. Inhaling to reverse and lengthen. Exhaling right back to neutral tabletop position. From here, keeping your breath steady, left arm forward, right leg back. Try to draw your navel towards your spine so you still have a long, strong line of energy from your right heel to your left fingertips. From here, bend your right knee, reach the left hand up and back. And again, you could always stay just in that spinal balance. You could add this back bend challenge. Point the right toes, kick up, and let the heart open forward. Full breath in and gently out. Release with control. Inhale to lengthen and extend, and exhale back to that tabletop position. And then puppy pose, try to keep your hips right where they are, so over your knees. Walk your hands forward and gently lower your forehead. You might let your elbows bend here and really invite your chest to drop towards your mat. Invitation to stay right here. Or if you want to additionally open the throat, you might eventually start to shift the gaze forward, bringing your chin towards the floor. From here, slide forward onto your belly and then walk your hands back so that they're in line with your ribs. Hug your elbows in and firm through your legs so you can press through tops of feet and pelvis to lift your heart. So this is our baby cobra pose or Bhujangasana. Inhale here. You might even try hovering your hands, and exhale to gently lower your forehead. And then tent up to the fingertips and crawl fingers out to the sides. Keep your elbows up and in line with your shoulders. As you inhale, come back through center, lift the chest. As you exhale, release your right shoulder and right cheek to your mat. Inhale, lift up through center. Stay strong and grounded in the legs. Exhale, left cheek and shoulder to the mat. Once more each side. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Back through center, breathing in, and on your breath out, lower the forehead, and then press your hips back towards your heels for a child's pose. Let your forehead find the mat. Let your elbows bend so your shoulders relax. And it's a great place to breathe into the back. From child's pose, crawl your fingertips forward. And then as you inhale, bring your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, tuck your toes and slowly lift your hips. Find a moving downward dog so you can pedal your heels, shake your head, and invite opening into the entire length of your spine and the backs of your legs. And from here, lift heels and hips, ripple forward to a plank. Notice if you need to adjust any amount for that long, strong shape. Inhale forward to the toe tips and exhale, lower slowly, elbows to the ribs. This time, take the arms back by the sides, palms facing down. Locust pose or shalabhasana. Lift arms and legs. So keep your thighs hugging in. Your shoulders drawing together behind your back. Big breath in to expand. And exhale, gently lower the forehead. Palms by ribs, tuck your toes. Inhale, plank pose. And exhale, maintaining that length between feet and hands, down dog. From here, lift heels. Look forward, bend your knees. And you can step, hop, or walk. Top of the mat is where we'll meet. Halfway lift on the breath in, hands to the shins. And on the breath out, let it go. Bend your knees, let your head get heavy. Find your breath in this forward fold. You can shift the weight or find an arm variation. And if you notice any tension, maybe just imagine it dropping off here. And then releasing your arms. Slowly in one vertebra at a time, roll up the length of your spine. Stay connected to your feet, your legs, and the sound of your breath. And then flip the palms forward. Breathe in to open and lift. As you breathe out, bring your hands to the base of your spine. So fingertips pointing down. Draw your elbows in. Keep a micro bend to knees to connect with feet, and then start to lift the chin from the chest, any amount for a little back bend. Big breath in. You might push the hips forward. You might even drop the head back. And on the breath out, bend the knees, lengthen over the legs, long spine. From here, clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your knuckles high. And you might bend one knee at a time and shift the shoulders, stretch from side to side. Release your grip. Inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands, step back, and find your strong plank pose. Can always utilize the knees here for more stability. You can always utilize your forearms for any wrist sensitivity. Inhale forward to toe tips. Exhale, chaturanga. Bend your elbows in towards your ribs. Flip your feet and pull your heart through your arms. Big inhale into your upward dog. And then exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a smooth inhale here through your nose. Bend your knees and lift your hips up. Full breath out to push the chest towards the thighs. Lift the heels and hips, look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, arms out and up to stand. One fluid motion. Exhale, arms to the base of your spine, fingers down, elbows in. Big breath in for your back bend. And as you breathe out, bend your knees so you're really hinging from your hips all the way down. Clasp your hands. Inhale, shoulder stretch. Exhale, release the grip. Halfway lift, breathing in. Stepper option of plant palms and hop, breathing out. Land with arms bent. Inhale can be cobra pose or up dog, your back bend. And exhale, downward dog. Find your breath. From here, inhale your right leg long for three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, bend your knee and stack your right hip open. 3 breaths here to move intuitively. So try to keep your right armpit down in line with your left, really inviting length and stretch along the right side waist, right side ribs. And then realign the leg as you breathe in and step your foot between your hands as you breathe out, doing your best to align your feet your hips width. Keep your front knee over ankle alignment and then rise to find your high or rather low crescent. Try to draw everything in towards the midline to maintain the length in your spine. And then same back bend here, hands to the base of your spine, keep the pelvis neutral and lift the chest up as you inhale. Exhale to come back. Bring the hands to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then twist from the ribs. So keep your sacrum as level as possible. Big breath in. Reach up to twist. On your breath out, right hand back down. Start to bend right knee and crawl your fingers forward, shifting the weight into the right leg for a supported warrior 3. So kick the left heel straight back. Try to keep your pelvis, again, in that neutral alignment. The hands might even hover if you feel steady in your breath. From here, bend both knees deeply, curtsy. Come to the left toes or ball of your left foot. Lift your chest. Stay connected to your breath. Bring your weight into your right leg, left knee up and in. We'll pause and balance in our one-legged mountain. Find a spot to focus your gaze and stay connected to the sound of your breathing. One more inhale here for length. Exhale, step your left foot down. Inhale, take the arms out and up. And exhale to fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Step or hop back as you breathe out. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee and stack open the hips. Again, 3 breaths here to move. So you could rotate the ankle, circle the knee. And then once you feel satisfied, realign. Inhale for length. And exhale with control. Step your foot through to hips width. So again, front knee over ankle alignment. Untuck the back toes and then take the arms up. Anjaneyasana or low crescent lunge. From here, keep your tailbone heavy and bring hands to the base of the spine, fingers down, wrists and elbows in. Breathe in to lift. On the breath out, come up with a long spine, plant your hands down, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and do your best to keep your sacrum level and steady. And then twist. Left arm to the sky, so imagine the shoulders and wrists stacking in one line. Big inhale here to expand, and exhale to swim that left arm forward and down. Coming onto the fingertips again, crawl them forward under your shoulders, take your weight into your left leg, and then find that capital letter T shape in your body. Lengthen from your right heel to the crown of your head. Curtsy, bend both knees deeply. Use the right toes as a kickstand. Lift the sternum to the thumbs and sit down. And then take the weight into the left leg. Draw the right knee up and in for your one-legged mountain. Again, it can be really helpful for balance to find a soft point of focus and then just listen to your breath. Step the right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, take your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or hop back. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the heels and hips, step or hop top of your mat. When you arrive, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold over your legs, and then inhale all the way to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, arms down, back in mountain. Just take a moment to check back in. Maybe invite the gaze in. Tune in to your internal rhythm. Let the eyes flutter open as you inhale, arms out and up. As you exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. As you breathe out, bend both knees, step the ball of the left foot back. So take a moment to make sure your feet are your hips width. If possible, keep your back heel lifted and then rise to a strong high crescent. So shoulders right over your hips, navel in. From here, inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, spin the left heel down and expand. Warrior two. Check that you have right heel to left arch alignment. And then find a soft gaze at the right fingers. Flip the right palm. Reach back and up, inhaling for peaceful warrior, side stretch. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat, lift the back heel, and then send the right leg back, three-legged dog, inhale. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, this time invitation to flip. So step your right foot behind your left, and then lift your hips and release your head. Big breath in here, press the ground away. As you breathe out, press down to come out, right hand back. Inhale, optional three-legged plank. Exhale, optional three-legged flow. Inhale, back bend of your choice. And exhale, downward dog. Lift the heels and hips. Step or hop top of your mat. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale all the way to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, back to mountain, check back in. Let the eyes flutter open. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to bend your knees and step the ball of right foot back. Again, find that hips width. That's your foundation, that's your stability. And back heel lifted if available. Arms up, tailbone down. And find that spot to fix the gaze, to stay in. One more breath here to lift and lengthen. As you breathe out, expand. Warrior two, let hips and heart and arms peel open. Stay in your lunge, flip your palm, reach back and up, peaceful warrior. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale, cartwheel your hands, lift your back heel, and really plant your palms. So as you breathe in, three-legged dog. As you breathe out, lift your hip up, and then option to step left foot behind right, And find your back bend. Chin away from chest if that's okay on your neck. Big breath in. And as you breathe out, press down to come out. Inhale, shoulders over wrists. Maybe left leg stays lifted. Exhale, elbows to ribs. Inhaling for your back bend. Exhaling for your down dog. Smooth breath in here. And out. As you inhale, right leg up and back. As you exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Come right back to high crescent. Slow and steady, soft focus. Start to bring your arms back like locust or like airplane wings. So try to keep that 90-degree bend of the front knee, but then lengthen from the left heel all the way through the head. Warrior 3, we were here in that first sequence. So option to bring the fingertips to the mat again for balance. Try to find that parallel line of energy with your body and your mat. Curtsy bow. Bend your knees. Maybe this time left foot hovers. Just an option. One-legged mountain, left knee up and in. And then drop your left knee down and bring left heel to left hip. Reach from the big toe side of your left foot for dancer prep. Pause and make sure that the eye of your left elbow is facing your left. This is an external rotation of your arm versus an internal one. Take the right arm up, breathing in, find your balance. And breathing out, start to kick. Point the left toes, kick the left leg back as you reach the right fingers forward. Allowing the heart to open, the weight to shift. And if you fall out, you've got time to come back in. Kick to come out. Step down, shake the legs, find the breath. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back as you inhale. Step or hop back as you exhale. Inhale for your back bend and exhale for your down dog. Left leg long as you inhale. Step your foot through as you exhale. Find your foundation and rise for your high crescent. Keeping that stable base. Take your arms back like airplane wings. Resist the urge to kind of collapse on the left thigh. Rather keep that long, strong line. And then look in front of the left toes and start to take your weight forward for your warrior 3 pose. Again, the fingertips can always return to the mat or hands to heart, whatever assists with your balance. Bend both knees, find your curtsy. Let your breath keep you steady. Weight in your left, right knee to your chest. One-legged mountain. And then let your right knee fall in line with your left. Reach from the inside of the foot. So again, eye of your elbow facing away, that external rotation of your right shoulder to open the chest. From here, keep your hips forward. Inhale, lift your left arm. And then exhale, point the toes to kick as you reach forward. Challenge yourself to keep your weight forward. If you fall out, you can always come back in. Try to keep a soft focus and just practice patience and compassion when it comes to balance. Meeting back in mountain, take your time. And once you feel satisfied, both feet down, maybe shake your legs out. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Exhale, bend the knees forward, fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. This time, as you breathe out, step back to plank and lower to child's pose. So knees and shins to the ground. Re-release your forehead down. Pause to slow the exhales down and just connect with the ground. And then slowly roll yourself up. We'll meet standing on knees and shins. So keep your knees and feet about hips width. And then bring your hands to the base of your spine, fingers down, like we did with our standing back bend and our low crescent. From here, keep your hips over your knees. Press down with the tops of your feet. Lift your sternum, chin away from chest. Great place to stay. Or you might start walking hands down the backs of legs. That feels okay. Maybe reach for your heels. Just stay connected to your feet and legs, and most of all, your breath. Maybe allow the head to drop back. Slowly using your hands, come up one vertebra, one breath at a time, as symmetrically as you can. And then find a kneeling pose. Palms can face up to receive or down to ground, whatever you need. Cross your ankles beneath you. Send your legs long and we'll come on to the back. So starting with a bridge pose, feet hips width, walk your heels in towards your pelvis. From here, press down and lift up, lower, middle, and then upper spine. You might bring the shoulders together or even interlace your hands, pressing the knuckles down to lift the hips. Big breath in. As you breathe out gently, one vertebra at a time, lower down, and then let the knees just windshield wiper right and left. Option here to do a second set. If you're ready to be done with back bends, maybe constructive rest, knees and toes in, or I'll talk you through a wheel for anybody who wants it. So the setup of the legs is the same, feet hips width. Then bring your hands to frame your face. So fingertips face shoulders. Hug your elbows in. So ideally, elbows and wrists are also shoulders width. From here, push into hands and feet simultaneously. Drop the head. And then really use the strength of the legs to push the chest open. So shoulders over wrists. Release your neck and breathe into this expansion. Gently bending the elbows in. Tuck your chin. Lower your spine, one vertebra, one breath at a time. And then again here, let your knees just gently windshield wiper side to side. Another place you might choose to stay and rest. Or if you want a counter stretch, take the legs up and overhead for a plow pose. Just keep your gaze straight. In other words, try not to look right and left. So legs up and overhead, hands to the small of the back. Lift the hips. You can stay right here or extend your legs. Staying as long as you like inverted or in rest. When you are ready to come out, just reverse the steps. So bring your arms long, palms down, and then lower the spine one vertebra at a time. If you came into that plow and shoulder stand, we'll counter with Matsyasana fish. So come up on to your forearms and palms, bend the elbows, and then tilt the pelvis forward and let the head fall. So this is great for opening the chest and the throat. Big inhale. As you exhale, tuck your chin, lengthen to your back, and hug your knees in towards your chest. Let them fall side to side, gentle recline twist. So knees left, ribs right. Big breath in. Big breath out. Back to center. Knees right. Twist left. Big breath in. Big breath out. Come back to center. One more time, hug both knees in. Thank yourself for your practice. And then lengthen and open everything into your final Shavasana, final rest. Let the eyes close. Let the body be still and effortless. And my voice will fall away, guide you back to seal your practice in approximately 1 minute, but feel free to stay as long as you can. Notice your breath. And as you invite it to deepen, invite movement back in. Eventually, give yourself a full body stretch, arms overhead. And then roll to rest in a fetal position. You might keep your gaze in. Taking a moment here to pause and honor your intentions for your practice. And we'll meet up in a seat just like we began. Take a moment to check back in. And if it resonates, bring the palms to prayer and bow the chin. The teacher in me honors and sees the teacher in you. Thank you for sharing your practice today and hope to see you soon.